evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 117, I believe, of Tailgate Talks. This episode is sponsored by Defercia Recycling Junk Removal. More on that later. Guys, everybody that is tuning in right now, they're expecting us to yell at the camera, laugh because Penn State lost to Oregon, double overtime. And you know what? We've done this show for almost 3 years, actually, at this point, which is crazy.
Oh, my God.
I know. And it's just getting repetitive at this point, you know? It's kind of embarrassing. I mean, you look at the reality of it, right? They went into double overtime. James Franklin got outcoached in the second half. That happens. That's fine. People get outcoached. That's fine. Their defense played their ass off. Honestly, and
they did. They did.
It just came down to the last play, and that's it. And that happens in football, guys. Like, what do you got to say about that? Like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do this. Like, you know,
arguably, Kaytron Allen and Nick Singleton had a better game against Oregon than Donovan Edwards and Blake Corum ever had against anybody.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. Ickes, you got anything to say about this? I just don't want to do this.
I mean, the Oregon Ducks are just a fantastic football team, and that's really, that's what it came down to. Just a good football team against a good football team.
That really hurt me to say too, by the way.
Yeah, like, and Alex, Oregon could win the Natty. Like, honestly, they could.
I mean, they could.
There's no shame in Penn State losing to Oregon like that. It's just there's no shame.
And I was saying, the thing I was worried about with Oregon going into this game was that they were really bad at stopping the run, and then shocker, Dan Lanning's squad was ready, and they got better at stopping the run, and it kind of dictated a lot of the game. So, like,
yeah, we're just not going to do it this time, guys. We're just not going to do it.
Warning: there may be explicit language in today's episode. Viewer discretion is advised.
Psych! Do you remember who we are?
This is going to be great.
Victory Monday, folks.
Just not for Penn State.
We were right again.
Who do you think we are?
I'm just going to start by prefacing something. Kaytron Allen and Nick Singleton both suck.
Oh, we were right again.
I just spilled beer all over my floor. Oh my God.
We were right again.
I need paper
and guys,
towels.
guess what? We're recording. I can see the red dot.
Wait, we need Alex to come back. He needs a second. But I'd just like to say, what I said about Kaytron Allen and Nick Singleton is not, and never will be true. They will forever live in Donovan Edwards and Blake Corum's shadows because they both are mid. So, anybody else have anything to say now that Alex is back?
Hey,
Don't mind me.
You ready?
Up my
I'll put it.
water that I spilled on the floor.
I'll put it this way, man. You just can't put up a deep ball like that when the game's on the line, and that's just you can't try to thread a needle that as a talentless quarterback you really just cannot try to put that throw there. I think that 40 other quarterbacks in college football, including some at D3, could have made that throw better than he did. And
Guys, I've got something really fun that I think we can do. All right, ready?
Yeah,
we are.
Oh, what are we? 1 in 15 against top 10 opponents?
Top 5 opponents.
We are.
4 and 21 versus
30?
top 10.
We are.
Never
Terrible.
going to win anything of meaning.
a really bad football team.
Thank you.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
Everybody wants Drew Aller to be he's came in. Everybody said, oh, he's going to be the best quarterback in college football. And he is just not.
Listen.
You want me to add
Alex
a little
and
bit more insult to injury?
Alex
Do a
and I.
switcheroo with Prebula and Aller. Penn State wins this game by 2 scores.
Yep.
I agree. No, I agree. I seriously agree. But Alex, we legitimately called it in Oregon in the summer. We literally called it. He cost them the game. Drew Aller is not good. We called it. We got belittled for it. We said, nah, this is our year. And we said, guess what? Same conversation. It literally sounds like I said this time last year before the Ohio State game. And here we are again. The same conversation. Because Franklin can't win big games. How many times do we have to say it to get people to understand? Now Penn State fans are turned on Drew Aller, so they've finally seen that, but it took you long enough.
There were thunderous boos from Beaver Stadium on a whiteout. 100,000 people booing the Penn State Nittany Lions.
And I'll give them this on top of that too, because I mean, you talk about a whiteout, it's one of the most sacred traditions in all of college football. You know what I mean? And those Penn State fans take that pretty seriously when it's a whiteout, and the fact that they're booing in all white is a little intimidating, just for the rest of the season on what the rest of the season is really going to look like.
Oregon came in during the whiteout wearing white because they didn't care, and they won.
Not only white, but they were mummy-themed uniforms. They literally were saying, we are going to murder Penn State. And they did.
Well,
all of their hopes and dreams until tomorrow when they wake up, drink their Kool-Aid again, and convince themselves that they're somehow a legitimate contender in the college football playoff.
Urban Meyer said it best on this weekend. He said, being an Ohio State football coach, you lose the game, you never live it down to the next opportunity. Same thing for a Michigan coach. You lose that game, you will never live it down. And they were honestly about to fire Harbaugh before he finally turned it around. Penn State, if you lose a big game like that, well, welcome back, Coach. Thanks for getting us to 10-2. It's wonderful that you're still here. It just means more. It just means more to other schools. And now, Penn State fans, you are sitting with a coach that is 2 for 21 versus AP top 4 opponents. That is the worst mark of any coach in FBS college football history. James Franklin is the epitome of the worst coach at top 5 games in history. Sleep with that tonight and let me know how you wake up tomorrow and if you still believe in James Franklin.
You know what the best part is, Penn State fans? If you wanted Franklin gone, guess what? Vandy don't even want him back no more.
No.
Because they win too.
They win.
And they're beating Bama this weekend.
I mean,
Vanderbilt football beat a top 10 team more recently than Penn State. I want you to think about that. Right now. Think about that. The Vanderbilt Commodores have beaten a top 10 opponent in college football more recently than the Penn State Nittany Lions.
I mean, I just think just in general in college football that there is a really bad habit of sticking with mediocrity. And in general, Coach Franklin's not going to bench Aller despite needing to be benched probably, or at least for a game. Year. Yeah. And I mean, and they're not going to fire Franklin because, or at least, not relieve him of his duties anytime soon because mediocrity is the standard.
His buyout's just too big as well.
I know. I agree. I'm just saying, and that's the problem too. They gave him such a big contract for him to just lose football games. And that has to sting a little bit too.
Let's look at Drew Aller real quick. Season stats. Ready? 763 yards, 6 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, and a QBR of 48.4. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is my top 5 pick.
The best part of all this? They're 4 games in. They don't have one win against an FBS team. They're all FCS teams.
That's the thing. I mean, they have a Candyland schedule that they're walking through until they get to the good teams, and then they get to a good team and get stomped. I mean, go beat on all the little teams and have your fun, and then when you play a real team, then you could just be sad for the rest of the week until next Saturday, of course.
I hope Penn State Michigan's at home next year. I'm going.
Do it.
Even if it is at Penn State, maybe I'll just go walk over there and take it over. Like I said, there's nothing scarier than 110,000 Penn State fans going, we can't win at all.
That's what I got to say about that. By the way, I still like the atmosphere of the White House.
Oh, yeah, the White House sick.
They're
Dude,
sick.
I said
They
that
are sick,
last
but
week.
they can't win
It's
in a
awesome. And honestly, that game going to 2 overtimes made
Great
it
game.
even better. And
Great
then
game.
the cherry on top was watching Penn State's prize quarterback, that is reportedly a first-round pick, by the way, throw an interception to lose the game.
I mean, I think too, it's just living on some kind of reputation that doesn't exist anymore. You've been a powerhouse program in the past. Well, you're not a powerhouse program anymore, and it's not like the conference runs through you, because it, quite frankly, has not for years, and they just keep living on the name Penn State.
You know
Guys.
what the best part is? You know what the
Yeah.
cherry on top is for me?
Yes, sir.
Penn State picks every year when they're going to do the whiteout.
Mm.
Usually pick it for a big game, obviously. There's been times where the Wolverines have traveled to Beaver Stadium before to play Penn State in the whiteout. I believe that was a Shea Patterson football game, if I do recall correctly.
Yep.
Which is really funny to think about. Penn State decided, we ain't going to play the Buckeyes. They have to go to the shoe anyway. But multiple times now, years that they have hosted Ohio State, they've decided, we're not going to play the Buckeyes because the Buckeyes always beat us, and we got to get a game where we can win on the whiteout. This year, they think, oh, Oregon's not as good as Ohio State. They schedule a top 5 opponent for the whiteout, and they lose anyway. And now they get to lose that game in the whiteout, and then they get to go to Ohio State and lose again. That's the cherry on top for me right there.
10-2. 10-2.
Here's the thing. I still do believe somehow, some way, Penn State will make the playoffs. But here's the thing.
They're going
After
to.
Saturday,
Oh, for certain.
after Saturday, actually, I'm not even kidding. I don't know. If Drew Aller keeps playing like that, I don't know.
They're gonna make it. Here's the thing.
I don't know.
Here's where Penn State
really
gets
don't know.
super lucky. They get to play UCLA
Everywhere.
and Northwestern and Iowa. Then they play Ohio State. And then they play Indiana. So those are their last 2 ranked games at the beginning of November. They then play Michigan State, Nebraska, and Rutgers. All 3 of those teams aren't technically pushovers yet because it's too early in the season to tell. So they could theoretically lose to Ohio State, lose to Indiana,
They could.
and still somehow, some way, squeak into the top 12 because the SEC has to beat up on each other more than the Big Ten does.
I think the SEC is, by the way, becoming the new Pac-12. You remember after Oregon made the Natty and lost to Ohio State in the first year of the college football playoff? There was a couple years there where we had like a Washington made the playoffs with was it Jake Browning was their quarterback? Yeah, Jake Browning was the Huskies quarterback the year that they made the semifinals and got clapped by Bama. But we saw a handful of years where the Pac-12 is just like, oh, this team's like top 5. They're going to be really good this year. And then the entire Pac-12 just beats each other. And I think that's what the SEC is starting to become with all the teams that are in it now.
That's fair. Yeah, no,
You
that's
know,
fair.
I usually don't have this much resentment or ill will towards Penn State, but just this past week and leading up to this White House or this whiteout game, listening to their fans that I know locally on the internet everywhere just being just completely insufferable. Penn State fans now rank on my list of insufferable higher than Ohio State does.
Bryce, I
I prefer to hang out with Ohio State fans than Penn State fans sometimes.
Bryce, I think that one dude was more focused on the Oregon game than the coaching staff was. It at least seemed that way, based on his attitude in our comments section. It seemed like he was more locked in than the Penn State coaching staff. So whatever that says.
I did a golf scramble Friday, and I saw a dude. He said, "Hey, Bryce Underwood drops back, throws the ball 50 miles away." And I'm like, you can laugh, but Bryce Underwood statistically is playing better football than Drew Aller is. So you can be mad all you want.
So, gentlemen, I want you guys here. It's another one of these times where it's quiz time. You ready? Okay. Penn State loses to Oregon. What was the last play of the game that sealed it? Easy. Go ahead.
Drew Aller pick.
Correct. Against Notre Dame, the play that's basically sealed it. What happened?
Me.
Alex, go ahead.
Drew Aller pick.
Correct. Ickes, I'll give you the last one, to be fair. Big Ten championship against Oregon last year. Or was it January? No, it was last year. It was pretty much last year, December.
Yeah,
Anyway.
yeah, it was.
Oregon, Big Ten championship. What was the play that cost them the game?
Be careful here.
Be careful. It's a hard one.
I'm going to have to go with Drew Aller pick.
Yep.
Two of them, to be exact.
Two of them. The last three losses of Penn State, those games were sealed from a Drew Aller pick. All three times.
And I'm going to add to that, to that point that you make. It's sad that is such a softball question that when you ask that we have to just go back to every game and realize that Drew Aller, all he does is throw picks. It's like, does the dude know that he's supposed to throw to the same people that are wearing the same colors as him?
What was the play? God, I'm sore. I think he was throwing a screen. I think he threw a wide receiver screen, and then it was almost to the Oregon defender who was standing right there, but somehow the ball got over him, and they like literally was like for like -6 yards or something. You guys know what play I'm talking about?
Was it this weekend? Is that what you're talking about? Game this weekend?
Yeah, in the first quarter. Wait, Alex,
I didn't even watch, to be honest.
I'm sorry. I just went on Twitter, and all I see is this dude, and at the bottom of his tweet, the last thing he says is Penn State fans are as classy as they come. Delete Twitter. Delete Twitter right now. You know what? I don't care. This dude. First of all, actually, let me unblur my background so you can see this dude's Twitter. Get this. Oh, no wonder. It's the father of DJ Uiagalelei, it looks like, who, if you didn't know, sucks. So no wonder he has idiotic takes on the internet. Anyway.
UCLA's what? 0-4? Yeah.
Something like that. But yeah. Drew Aller looked terrible. He looked terrible. He had one good throw that I don't even know. He was like the luckiest person on the team. And anybody that says that Drew Aller was the reason that they came back and went to overtime, he had one good play. That's it. He sucked the entire game and was the reason Penn State lost. Again, how many times do we need to have this conversation? I was scared going into the summer. I said, oh my God, what if Drew plays well and the Steelers take him? Well, now I know that Steelers aren't going to take him. I'm not scared of that anymore.
Well,
I'm not scared. I'm really not scared anymore. Just Penn State fans, as the bus goes by, for the last time until Ohio State whoops you at the shoe. Be realistic. It's not your year. It's never going to be your year. You're overrated every year. Drew Aller is the most overrated quarterback. We said it in the summer. We were right again. We have done tailgate talks, like I said, for 3 straight years, and we have said it every single year, and it happens every single time. And that's it. I am tired of this every year. Though, guess what? I get enjoyment of doing this. So honestly, if you keep doing it and this keeps happening, that's fine with me because I love doing this because it makes me happy. It does. It really does. So that's all I got to say about Penn State. If Drew Aller cannot figure it out, I'm sorry.
Last comments for me. If you guys can, Bryce, I guess you guys can go first if you want. I'm going to close this out.
I'm going to switch to my phone.
All I was going to say is after you were done is I was going to say, we are moving on to the next topic because Penn State's not wasting any more of my time.
Ickes, anything else for you, buddy?
No, they just suck.
Okay.
Plain and simple, they suck at football.
Fantastic take, by the way. Final thoughts. I believe I said a week or two ago that I hoped Penn State would win this game because then they would come into the Ohio State game thinking that they had it figured out, and then we would just, crush their dreams again like we do every year. First of all, it doesn't matter because they lost. Second of all, I no longer feel that way because after watching this game, it just has proved to me after time and time again the pure, utter ineptitude of the Penn State coaching staff and the performance of Drew Aller. The Oregon defense did that to Drew Aller. I am telling you one thing right now. Matt Patricia's defense is going to give Drew Aller fits. I'm predicting 2 interceptions, probably being sacked 5 or 6 times in an embarrassing 28-10 loss in the shoe. Penn State is terrible. They're still going to finish in the top 12 more than likely, so I guess I can't say terrible. But in terms of against quality opponents, they suck. They underperform every time. They disappoint every time. Their coach and their quarterback are both choke artists. And I cannot wait for November 1st in the shoe because it's going to be an utter embarrassment.
I was muted when I was yelling on my phone. Yeah.
Your camera's off too.
No, it's not. Is it? Is it off?
Yeah.
Alex, can you see me?
Yeah, try turning it off and turning it back on again.
Anyway, while I do that, Alex, at least from your score prediction, at the very least, it won't end in an embarrassing interception at the end of the game.
No, because it'll never be close enough for Drew Aller to get a chance to go down and get a game-winning score. So,
That's true.
One takeaway from this game that's not Penn State related. Dante Moore is one of the craziest throwers of the football I've ever seen in my entire life.
Hey, and you know what, man? And they keep putting Drew Aller in situations like this, and just like they said in Miracle, great opportunities are born, or great moments are born from great opportunities. And they gave him a great opportunity, and he choked it. So,
yep,
that's all it is. Just keep watching him choke. You keep giving him the ball, he's gonna keep choking. So,
can you see me now?
Yeah, you're good now.
He's gonna be a great career backup, man. Let me tell you.
He might not even great practice squad quarterback.
He has the thing is though, he has great flashes of being a potentially good quarterback, and then it's like he'll take 5 steps forward, and then 20 steps back, and then 5 steps forward, and then another 5, and then 10 more steps back.
Are we talking about Drew?
Yes.
Yeah.
I have full faith that he can be the next Christian Hackenberg for sure.
I was thinking Sean Clifford, but that's fair.
Or
the next Trace McSorley.
Throw in on a dime.
Hey, Drew Aller would be a perfect backup for the Saskatchewan Roughriders.
Let's go. Can't even beat out 35-year-old Trevor Harris by the time he gets there.
Nope. And you want to know, he wouldn't even beat out Nick Arbuckle.
Nah. Trev's going to be going on like his age 40 season, and Drew Aller's going to be on their bench for like 7 years.
I mean, I really, but truly on top of that, I just think it's crazy that, just guys like Shador went in the 5th round, and a guy that has less of a pass accuracy rating has a chance to go higher than him still. I just think that's crazy. And not that I think Shador's a good quarterback, but still.
That's fair.
But,
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, compare Drew Aller and Will Howard's stats last year. They were almost identical. They're almost the same size. The only difference is that Drew Aller has a bigger arm than Will Howard. That's literally it. Will Howard's arguably more mobile, better accuracy, everything. And Will Howard was a 6th round pick last year. So
exactly.
Yeah. So that was fun, guys. I had a great time. That was.
Oh yeah.
I feel vindicated right now. I feel amazing.
Oh, it was fun. And Alex, just double check. We're still recording?
Yeah, we're good.
Awesome. I almost swore again. Okay. But a college win that happened was.
Wait, can we celebrate one more thing? Since we were on talking about, we celebrated Penn State losing. Let's celebrate the fact that the Pirate season's over real quick. Just real quick. Yeah. We don't even have to talk about it. Just want to celebrate it.
We'll get to the Pirates later because there's something I gotta say. And I sent you a quote on Snapchat that when we get to it, I want you to read it. But Alex, Alex, this is where the other two shut up and we talk because the Edinburgh Fighting Scots came back from a 20-0 lead. It's I think a truck.
Yeah, 20-0.
Yeah, and came back. Bo Swartz, 2 rushing touchdowns and came in game winner. And also, I am plugging in videos that I took from here. This is going to be a voiceover thing right now, so there's going to be a video playing right there. Look at this video of Nico Marchitelli going into the end zone. Tell me, in what world is he down? The ball's in his left hand. I slowed it down. Pay attention. His knee's not down yet, and the ball's over the plane. And here's the thing. I saw him on Saturday, and even he doesn't understand how he wasn't in. But here's the honest thing, Alex. Honestly, it was probably for the best, to be totally honest with you.
Yeah.
Who's making that sound?
I don't know.
It probably is Bryce because he is the only one that has a mic.
What's going on?
Where's the mic at?
Right here.
Was it on the table?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't put it on the table because that was the noise I was making.
It was making like a
Well, I
buzzing
didn't-
sound.
Buzzing sound. All right, hold on. Let me improvise. How's that?
Yeah, you're good now.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So first half, awful. It was pretty
Yeah.
bad. It was pretty bad. Alex has a chance. Alex is the only one that can access any sort of stats. The offense couldn't do anything. I was taking pictures. I kept going back down there because I was expecting them to go down there and get pictures. They just didn't go. They just didn't go down there. They just didn't. Things were just going wrong. People were upset on the sidelines, rightfully so, and I get it. But yeah, the offense in the first half just didn't do anything. I'm sorry, they just didn't. And I thought, oh man, this is gonna get ugly. And
Yep.
halftime, I go out to the Gentilly tailgate because they tailgate with their RV.
Oh yeah.
And it's huge, by the way. Ant had it killed on the entire day. And I was like, man, it's ugly. And Ant was basically telling me, he's like, it's not over yet. And then I think it was either him or his dad, shout out Beef, said,
Beef. I love
he said, one of them said, or it wasn't even, probably may not even been one of them. It might have been Chris, the social media guy from Edinburgh. He said, well, last year the roles were reversed and Clarion came back and won. Who says he couldn't do it here? And I said, yeah, but the likelihood and the chances of that, I don't know. I really don't know. The offense isn't doing anything in the first half. Things just look wrong. I mean, Alex, at least from my point of view, it looks like coaching wise, not to say it was one specific person. I'm just talking scheme wise. It seemed like there was
just
a lot
getting
of
outcoached.
yeah, that, and I overthinking a lot of things, I think. Yeah, and then the second half, Edinburgh, like Coach Scott outcoached Clarion, and they came back. They fought. The defense held it down, and Nico Marchitelli had some big throws, and some of the guys, and that sound is back.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on
You
now.
might want
I think it's because my phone might be too close to the mic, and that's what's doing it. Because that's the only thing that's been.
to.
I was holding my phone way off to the right here, and then as I moved it closer, that's when it started.
Okay, if it keeps happening, I probably would just unplug the mic because that's happened to me before too.
Alright.
So
It's not doing it now.
No, you're fine now.
So
Yeah,
I mean,
my
Alex,
mic's-
I mean, Nico Marchitelli, second half played really well, I thought. And yeah. So what are your overall thoughts on that game?
Still getting pressured a lot. He got sacked
Yep.
4 times.
Yep.
Averaged less than 3 yards per carry as a team again. Day had a great game, 4 for 81. That's pretty good in the receiving category.
Mm-hmm.
Spoiler alert, we're going to be getting our cold ones here in a second. Dante White, 9 total tackles, 4.5 for loss, and 2 sacks. That's going to be my top cold one.
Yeah,
So
same.
spoiler alert on that one. He just was absolutely
Yeah.
insane in that game. But I mean, yeah,
Dante
it was nice to flip the roles and, come back in almost the same exact fashion. We were up 28-9 last year and ended up losing 29-28, and they were up 20-0 this year and we ended up winning 21-20. So, that's almost identical in terms of the way things were going.
Mhm.
So shout out that. No offense to Coach Miller or Mike's dad. Love you both, but I despise the current Clarion coaching staff, at least what's left of them from last year. I say what's left because they suck. But good win. Good comeback.
Alex, it's funny because after the game, obviously you see everybody, and also shout out Gavin Ennis. Hope everything goes well. He unfortunately tore his ACL. Is done for the year.
Yeah.
Does have another year of eligibility left, is what I heard. So it looks like he's probably going to come back. So I'm on the field and everything, and Mr. Gentili says, "You can't come over here. I'm gonna take a picture of the scoreboard and get in here too. I'm gonna send it to your dad." And he sent the picture to my dad.
Also, shout out Chris, the media guy. Got the absolutely fire picture that's on me and Mike's Instagram from graduation day.
Oh, that, and he took the video of Bo's game-winning touchdown that he said I can have it, and I posted it. So no, I did not film that.
Chris is the
But
guy.
I was standing by him. I was standing right beside him, and I was standing right there for that, and it was awesome. The touchdown was awesome.
How much time was even left? I forget.
I forget too. But here's the thing. Good thing they called Marchitelli down though, because there would have been more time to add. The Hail Mary they threw, they caught it. It was caught. So thankfully, the only thing that saved Edinburgh was the fact that there was 3 seconds left. So like the clock ran out, and so yeah, honestly, it turned out like in favor of Edinburgh that they called Marchitelli down. To be totally honest with you, but yeah. So all right, cold one we already said Dante White. I mean, dude.
Yeah, nasty.
Nasty. My second one is actually going to go to Bo Swartz. Hanging in there in the run,
roll with you on
that. 2 touchdowns and everything. And third one is tough. I'm going to go with a tie only. Actually, no. I don't do Alex is gonna I know give it to somebody else and whatever, but I'm going to do something just because he deserves attention on this. My third cold one is going to go to Coach Scott for keeping his guys in the game, out coaching Clarion in the second half, and making sure do not panic. We're still in this. Got to start now. They started, they kept it rolling, and they came back and won.
Also, mind you, this was a Clarion team that was averaging 41 points per game going into this game, and they only scored 20. So
here's the thing. You can give the last third one to Day. You can give it to Nico Marchitelli. You can give it to any of the wide receivers. You can give it to the defense for staying in there. But in my opinion, the guy that kept those guys in check and like being like, "Hey, it's not over yet," was Coach Scott. So
dude.
That's why I'm giving the third one to Coach Scott.
That's so valid. Honestly, though, just to give some credit to. Oh, wait a second. Hold on. I didn't even realize Guercio didn't even play in this game, really. Their starting quarterback from last year, Switzer, was their starting quarterback in this game, it looks like.
Because he got knocked out in like the first couple of plays with a concussion.
Oh, that's right. He got hurt.
Yeah, he got hurt.
So I just totally forgot about that. I was just looking at the stat sheet and I realized that. But honestly, to give some props to Clarion, I'm going to give the last one to Davin Jones, their top receiver, 9 for 126 and a touchdown through the air is pretty good. So I'll give cold one number 3 to him.
Yeah, honestly. But yeah, good team win. Who do they have next week? Or this week, I guess? Is next week
do they have IUP next week, or is that a week later? They have IUP next week on the road. Ooh. Tough test. Big test right there.
And next week, homecoming, Coach Papley returns.
Oh, God, the Tony Papley revenge game.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah. But, yeah, so.
Speaking of Cal.
Pitt lost, I don't care. Okay.
Speaking of Cal, 45-38 win at Slip. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. So, okay, here is my, as I drop my water bottle, here's the only thing I got to say about Pitt. For some reason, in the fourth quarter, they benched Eli Holstein for whatever reason. He's still the starting quarterback. I don't know what's going on. Quite frankly, I don't care. Buy out Narduzzi. Restart. I still have not changed about that. I don't care how the rest of the year goes. I don't care if they upset Notre Dame. I don't care if they upset Miami. Fire Narduzzi. So that's all I got to say about Pitt. I'm not talking about anything else. But Alex, of course, next we got to talk about the Pirates. Give a little bit of shout out to Marc-Andre Fleury, and then NFL, Steelers, and Rapid Fire.
What about my college segment?
Yours too.
Are we cutting that today? If so, that's fine. I just wanted to know.
Hold on real quick. Before we get to anything else, just want to give, speaking of, because we were talking about Edinburgh football, we're talking about that real quick. Just want to give a quick shout out to all of my former Edinburgh football coaches and their new staffs and their new teams. Coach White over at Westminster, they're 2-1 right now. Coach Pacheco down in Texas with Lamar University, they are currently 3-1. Shout out Coach Fern as well, Northern Michigan is, I believe, why is their whole record not showing up? Hold on. Northern Michigan. Loading. Schedule. Come on. I think who else while I'm at it. Northern Michigan's struggling right now. 0-4. Shout out to Coach Fern and those guys, though. They'll turn that ship around real quick. And then shout out to Coach Weave. I believe they are doing decently well. Unless they're not, I'm tripping. Oh, they played Iowa to open the season? That's crazy.
That's crazy.
But yeah, shout out to all my former coaches. Hope you all are enjoying your new jobs. Shout out Coach Nolf and Coach Plug down over at Kiski High School. Haven't talked about them in a while, so shout out to all those boys out there.
Kiski. And yeah, roll Scots.
Should I pay the bills real quick?
Depends. Bryce, how fast can you go?
Do it. Just pay him real quick, and then whenever we stop back, I'll hop in. It's not that I'm going to be super long, but there's a couple things I need to touch on.
All right, cool. This episode of Tailgate Talks is sponsored by DeFrisha Recycling and Junk Removal. DeFrisha is a family-run business out of Greenville, PA that provides services such as vehicle purchasing, scrap metal purchasing, appliance removal, junk removal, garbage services, dumpster rentals, curbside pickups, house, garage, and building cleanouts, and demolition around the Greenville and Pittsburgh areas. If you or anyone you know is in need of any of these services, visit the links down below in the description. Check out their website or their Facebook page. Get in contact with DeFrisha. See if they provide their services in your area. Thank you, DeFrisha, for sponsoring this episode of Tailgate Talks. All right, Bryce, do the thing. Do the thing.
All right, real quick, I want to start. I've been a huge hater of the AP pool all year long because I've seen people's votes. Like, for example, earlier on in the season, Alabama lost to Florida State, and the person actually, I believe, had Alabama move up in the pool. Or there's just been some craziness that's happened there. So Alex and I have talked, and here's my proposition on how to fix it. And it's very simple. This system is broken. You can't just have random people that do not watch college football and give them a vote for it. So I think it should go somewhat like the college football playoff committee does it. Give the athletic directors a vote.
Okay.
And give the top media sources from that school, like the people that are most directly affiliated with that school, a vote. I know it'll cause some biasness, but I think if you have one voter that is the top media source for that school and the athletic director for that school, I think if you can get them to work together on something, it'll cause a more fair representation of the pool. Because let's be honest, nobody can sit down and watch every single game. But if I'm looking at a 4-0 Mississippi State team that isn't ranked, I'm going to call, maybe I'll know the guy that works over at Mississippi State. I'm like, hey, so are you guys legit this year? Or has it just been kind of like a, pretty easy start to the season? Because I think that is the best way to do it. Instead of just having randos vote. I mean, that makes no sense when these people openly admit on social media, yeah, I didn't even watch any games this weekend. That, like, they just look at the score. Because there's some teams out there that their score or their overall record does not implicate how good they are whatsoever. And there's other teams out there that are highly overrated. And I'm going to get to one of those teams here in a minute, and I can't wait. But, Alex, I want to know what your thoughts are on that. Bringing in, people like that into the voting instead of just random people.
Yeah, so that's for everyone watching. This is actually something that I asked Bryce to prepare for today because he was low-key ranting about the AP poll in the group chat yesterday. So I was like, hey, tomorrow I want you to come on and talk about what you think we should replace the AP poll with, basically. And honestly, I think that's a pretty fair idea. Yeah. Obviously, there may be some internal bias with, athletic directors and stuff like that being involved and, university presidents being involved and stuff like that. But I think it's honestly a good idea to lean more towards something like that. And I'm just going to keep saying it until it happens because I just have myself convinced that this is going to get spoken into existence. Saban, when are you just going to become the commissioner of college football? Like, I'm waiting for it. I'm ready for it. I'm so ready for it at this point. Like, I'm waiting for the day that some board gets founded and Nick Saban becomes the commissioner of college football. It gives a better control over NIL, gives better control over voting committees, it gives a better control over the playoff format. Like, it would make everything better to have a commissioner's office for all of college football, at least at the FBS level. Every division could have, its own um board and trustees and commissioner and all that stuff. But I think it will be a way easier way to regulate boosters, regulate alumni donations, regulate the NIL pool, regulate scholarships, regulate all of that stuff. I think it would make it so much easier. So I think your idea is solid. I think that having a board like that where like someone like Saban, who was in the college football world for so long, is the commissioner, and then he picks a board or a panel of voters himself, I think that would be really effective as well.
And that's kind of where I'm getting to. Once you work all the kinks out of my idea and implement more stuff to it, that's the way it's got to go. Because shall we get into it real quick?
Go for it.
Mississippi State was 4-0, lost to Tennessee in overtime by a touchdown. Was not ranked. Arizona State squeaks. Well, I mean, literally razor thin margins for that win. Like, if you can see, it was that thin to get past TCU, who's ranked 24th. TCU's a good team.
Yeah.
And Arizona State enters the AP pool this week at 25. Arizona State's a good team, don't get me wrong. Do I think they're more deserving than Mississippi State? I'm not going to say it, but I'm just going to say no, because I was going to swear there, and I'm not getting cut.
Thank you.
But let's move back. We had a great weekend, and arguably, as college football moves on this year, and we look back at what weeks were good, what weeks were bad, this past week's been number one for me. There was a lot of upsets this week. There was a lot of games that went to overtime. There was a lot of good games, and then there was some crap ones. I honestly, I think the worst game this weekend was Syracuse versus Duke. I think that was the worst game this weekend overall. And it was because Syracuse got pretty much boat raced, and nobody was really expecting that. But we started with Florida State losing to Virginia. I'm just going to go on the record and say it. That's a catch in overtime. I'm sorry. That's a catch. Even if he's bobbling it, he had control, got his foot down, and tried to tuck it into his arm. That's a catch. That's a touchdown. So Florida State did not deserve to lose this game. It shows a loss. They did lose the game, but that's one of those little caveats. So now you have, which is interesting, a Florida State team that was unranked and beat a top 10 team. Now top 10, loses to an unranked team and drops out of the top 10. Crazy year for Florida State football.
Yeah.
But I love it. They're either going to be champs or they're going to play spoiler, and I'm here for it. I love it. Then, like I said, Arizona State squeaks by TCU. That was another great game. Georgia Tech, that was not the best game this weekend because there were way better games, but that was one heck of a game in itself. 30-29 final in overtime.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And then you have, which nobody talked about this game too much this week. Illinois versus USC was quietly a weird game.
Banger.
Yeah, like USC is better than Illinois, but Illinois is like, we just got disrespected by Indiana. We're not a bad team. And they put it to. They put it to USC. What'd they do? 34-32. Was that the final score? It was 34-15 at one point. I don't know. Maybe Illinois is back. I don't think so, but maybe.
I still think Illinois is not a bad team at all.
Now USC isn't either. Like USC, that was a great game. Great first game for both those schools because I don't think either team has really played anybody other than in Illinois, and I don't even know if they showed up to the field for that game or not. I think they're still getting off the bus for it, but it's a great game. And then here's my question to all of you, and I don't know if any of you watched the game or not, but LSU lost to Ole Miss. Lane Kiffin gets Brian Kelly, and you guys know my thoughts on Brian Kelly.
Oh, God.
He gets Whit Weeks as well, his daughter's boyfriend.
Yeah. 24-19 was the final score. Now, LSU struggled against, let me pull it up. I don't want to be wrong
Miss.
here.
Ole Miss.
No, they lost to Ole Miss, yes. But earlier in the season, they played, I want to say it was Miami. They struggled, but I don't remember.
Florida.
So let me pull it. Yes, that's who it was. Make sure, but I think you're exactly right. I don't want to be wrong. LSU beats Clemson by 7, which has no weight whatsoever anymore because Clemson is
0.
arse.
Yeah.
I didn't say the actual word there, so you don't have to cut that. Then they struggle against Louisiana Tech, 23-7.
Bulldogs.
Struggle against Florida, 20-10. Then they boat race Southeastern Louisiana. Then they lose by 5 to Ole Miss. So my question is LSU overrated or overhated and still trying to get their footing?
That's a good question.
I'm gonna say it outright. They are flat out overrated, and Garrett Nussmeier is very, 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 very bad in big games.
This
Like,
quarterback class
very.
is this like the class of bad in big games?
Yeah, we're gonna get a couple of these guys that are going another year before they declare at this point. Arch Manning is no doubt playing another year of college football at this point.
He's not ready.
And he
He's
should.
not ready.
But Arch should play another year because the experience is going to help him too.
That too.
Well, yeah, and this goes back to exactly why I thought Anthony Richardson never should have declared for the draft when he did. You should never declare for the draft as a redshirt sophomore when it's after your redshirt sophomore season, when it was your first full season as a starter. Period. You should not.
I think, on top of that though, just building some kind of just experience and like a routine when you're going out for a game is big too. Like just in general in all of sports, being prepared to go play a big game and seeing more big games because every game in the NFL is a big game.
Also, not to call back to this again, but Penn State, your third year starter, is missing the same passes as Arch Manning right now. Just think about that. That's all I want you
Missing
to think
worse
about.
by more actually too is the problem.
Yeah.
So, Mikey, what do you think? Overrated, overhated?
Definitely
Say it, 'cause-
overrated. Definitely overrated. Definitely overrated. They could, like, if they played better, I think they could be overhated, maybe. I don't know. But I think so far with everything that's happened so far this year, I think for sure, without a shadow of a doubt, overrated.
Here's so we talked about, this quarterback class. I'm going to touch on that real quick too because I wanted to. Your top quarterback in terms of ratings right now, and arguably the best quarterback in this class. Not one of you will get it. I doubt it.
Give me the conference.
Big Ten.
I'm not gonna get it.
Ooh. Before you told me conference, I was gonna go Trinidad Chambliss from Ole Miss, but obviously he's not playing in the Big Ten.
wanna
Best
hear it?
rated quarterback?
Yeah, on the draft board this is from NFLDraftBuzz.com,
From the Big Ten.
and this was updated this morning.
I'm gonna go with. Is this his first year starting?
I don't think so. I think it's the second year.
It's not going to be Dante Moore, but I'm just going to go with him because he's been playing really well.
No, he is number 6. Fernando Mendoza.
Oh, duh. He's like at the top of everyone's draft boards right now.
He is the top rated quarterback right now.
Okay, let me
drafted.
touch on that real quick. I hated on this football team a lot last year, and I still don't like their coach whatsoever. But Indiana, you might actually be kind of legit this year. Like, genuinely, you might be kind of legit this year. Because he is a good, like, very good quarterback. And he's ginormous.
Yeah.
Drew Aller's
He
not
is.
even the best 6'5" quarterback in the Big Ten anymore. That's so funny to me. That's so funny.
That
Here's-
one ring my ears.
Here's the best part of what I wanted to touch on because I know you guys will love it.
Okay.
Number 2 is Lenora Sellers, which I think is fair. Even though South Carolina's kind of down, Lenora Sellers is a good quarterback. And then John Mateer is number 3, and then Nussmeier's 4, blah, 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 blah. They have Cade Klubnik rated as a better quarterback than Drew Aller.
1 and 3.
And I'm sorry. I'm not going to say I don't disagree. At least Clemson's played some teams.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
And it's not like they've, played horrible. It's not like Klubnik's played horrible and that's why they lost. I mean, there's been a couple times where I've been like, probably shouldn't have thrown that, but So
Wait,
anyway,
Wait, I'm curious. Wait, no, you said for this quarterback class. Never mind.
Yeah. What was
I'll be honest with you though. I went to the game last year when Clemson played Pitt, like at Pitt, and Cade Klubnik does look like, for the most part, a pretty complete quarterback. I mean,
I agree.
He's pretty.
When we blew it, yeah, I know.
I mean, I watched him come in and do the money selly. He did the money selly at the entire Pitt student section. But
good.
He can run. He has a pretty strong arm. I mean, and Dabo is kind of just failing him at the moment. So,
he's failing his entire program at the moment by refusing to use NIL.
Yeah, it's just it's absurd, and that guy, he needs to go. But that's a question. That's a conversation for another.
You're telling me Dabo couldn't easily throw together a $25 million roster? Give me a break.
Yeah.
Give me a break.
Especially, no offense to ACC football fans out there, but especially in the ACC. But I just needed to bring that up real quick because I knew you guys would love that. So now we'll get back, and the moment we all been waiting for. Tennessee football fans, I'm back.
This is going to be great.
And I would just like to say, I don't care how many guys you've lost on defense, you guys are overrated. I think you're more overrated than LSU is, to be honest with you. I think you guys are completely overrated. Oh, we only lost to Georgia by 3. And we beat Mississippi State in overtime. A Mississippi State team that had no business being on the same field as you, and yet somehow, some way, you took them to overtime. Tennessee football should not be top 15 in the nation. Tennessee football should not make the college football playoffs. And you know what? Blame me. I don't care. Whatever is being put on the field right now sucks. Absolutely sucks. And Tennessee football gets to go ahead and play. Let me pull it up. Should have been ready, but I was just ready to tell Tennessee football fans that I'm back and ready to give it to you guys. They play Arkansas this weekend. No, bye week this weekend. Then they play Arkansas. Probably going to win. Then they get to play Alabama. At Alabama. 75,000-0. Then they play Kentucky. Then they play John Mateer, and John Mateer should be back, which is Oklahoma, by the way. 765,000-0. Then they get to play New Mexico State because, the SEC does that stupid little thing where you can just play some pud smack late in the season for pretty much another bye week. They'll win that one. Then they play Florida, lose that one by 10 points, and then they get to play the Commodores.
Diego Pavia
is going to make your franchise literally break in half whenever Vanderbilt goes in to Tennessee or to what's that called? Neyland Stadium and beats you by 3 points to make you guys miss the college football playoffs. And I can't wait to sit here and laugh in your face for an hour straight over it because you guys are so overrated. It is not even funny anymore. I said it last week. You know what? You guys win this game against Mississippi State handily. I'll give you your flowers. You're better. Guess what? You went to overtime and beat them by 7. I'm ripping those flowers away and burning them. You guys suck. So be ready for it. Already touched. I'm moving on now. Tennessee's in my rearview mirror. Bama beats Georgia. Not their home win streak of 35, 37 games, something like that. Gone. In a game where Georgia didn't look prepared. And I said last week that I think Gunnar Stockton is a better quarterback than Simpson. I was wrong. I was completely wrong. Simpson looked way, way, way better than Gunnar Stockton this weekend.
Team's hot now. Bama's
And Alabama's
red hot
going to
right
ride
now.
that. And I'll tell you what, look out now because Alabama's ready to roll. Do I think Georgia's going to be okay? Absolutely. Kirby
yeah.
Smart's shown to be a powerhouse every year. But I was starting to doubt DeBoer and his ability to get Alabama into these big games and win them. He might have cracked the code now and got them going for this year. So that's all my write-up for this week. Like I said, whenever the season's over and we kind of sit down, all of us, and reflect, this might end up being one of the best games this weekend. We had 4 games that were top 25 matchups. Well, except Georgia Tech, my bad. End up going into overtime. So what a great weekend for college football. Next weekend, we take a step back, and our best games we get is Vandy versus Bama, which is going to be a good game. And then we get Miami versus Florida State. So that should be a good game, too.
Yeah, it should be a great game.
That's all I have for college football. And just one more time, just in case Tennessee fans miss it, you got blow. Overrated. That's all I got to say.
Very quickly, shout out Ohio State. Got a quiet Big Ten conference play opening win at Washington, which was quietly 3-0 going into the game. I think they're better than most people give them credit for. Definitely don't think they're great, but it seems that Ryan Day is still just giving Julian Sayin time to get comfortable being the starting quarterback for Ohio State. Still not asking a lot for him. Hasn't really thrown the ball to Jeremiah Smith very much, which I think once we get to the big games, we'll finally see Sayin lean on Smith a little bit more, and we'll see Ryan Day start to call up some more plays to get those ones. But yeah, shout out to the Buckeyes, 24-6. Matt Patricia's defense still looks great. It's definitely going to make Drew Aller look like maybe a UDFA at best. So shout out to the Buckeyes, good win. This is that weird stretch of time like last year where every week it was just like Will Howard completed 80% of his passes for 237 yards and 3 touchdowns. Like it's just it's that stretch of Ohio State football right now. So
he was boring, like you said.
Yeah, it's just like because I totally don't rip off Nick Wright enough on this show. It's just like Nick Wright always says about the Chiefs the first 7 weeks of the season. It's just practice. And that's pretty much all Ohio State's schedule is right now. It's Ryan Day going, all right, Julian, can you make one more throw than you did last week? Can you make one more big-time throw? Cool. All right, week after, can you make one more big-time throw? Cool. So, shout out to Ohio State. Rolling. They have held every opponent to less than 10 points in their first 4 games. So, that's including a top 3 Texas. Actually, the number 1 team in the country, at least at the beginning of the season. Obviously, they're not looking like even a top 5 team in the country right now, but still.
Let's talk about that real quick because I forgot to throw that in my notes. Hey, people, I'm going to do it super fast. Okay.
Feel like I'm talking.
Penn State, like I said, Penn State shouldn't be a top 10 team after that loss. Don't care if it went into double overtime. I knew you guys were overrated. Get them out of there. My opinion is Texas Tech should be in the top 10 then.
Give them it.
Penn State. Penn State to 11. Texas Tech to 10. Georgia falls. Georgia falls 7 spots after their loss. I can see it. Yeah, that's a game they probably should have won. Whatever. They'll be back. LSU drops 9 spots. I don't think that's really good, especially with how they've looked this year. I think LSU should have dropped below Iowa State. Do I think LSU should have dropped below Tennessee? No, because Tennessee's trash, like I've already said probably 20 times. Vanderbilt moves up again. Georgia Tech narrowly escapes and drops, but still wins. Like I said, Tennessee freaking loses to Georgia and doesn't move, and Georgia Tech wins and falls. Doesn't make it make sense. I understand different teams, different all that. Does not make sense. Outside of that, Florida State drops 18, which shouldn't have lost Virginia, but like I said, they're questionable calling there. Outside of that, nothing's really changed. I mean, Mizzou's in the top 20 now with Prebula. I'd love a world where Missouri gets to play Penn State in the first round of the playoffs or something. I would love a world where we get to see that. I mean, outside of that, there wasn't really much there. I mean, still hate the 8 people, but that's pretty much it from this week.
Yeah, last thought on that. I'm glad Ole Miss took LSU spot. I think that's fair.
Yep. Texas Tech is the only team that I think that needs to be in the top 10 now for sure. They don't deserve to be at that 11.
And then the last college football comment I'll have is, guys, Ohio State lost to Oregon last year in the regular season, and then they went on to win the national championship. So it's still our year. It's still our year.
It is still
That's
their year.
all over Twitter. That's all
To be
over
10 and
Twitter
2.
right now. It's so funny.
You know what's sad though? Michigan started their year as the second-ranked team. Preseason 8 people won the national championship. Ohio State started last year, the number 2 ranked team won the national championship.
Stop.
Penn State did it too this year.
Stop.
I mean, the stars are aligning for Penn State just to break tradition,
Stop.
baby. Just to break tradition.
Stop.
Or aligning
Stop it.
for Ohio State to beat them in the shoe and then win the Natty again with a higher ranking this year.
Stop
Just saying.
it. Not the Ohio State thing, the Penn State thing. Stop it.
No, stop the Ohio State thing too now.
Okay.
You doing your Pirates thing now?
Do I have to?
Please
Talk
do.
about
It's
really
the perfect
quick, 'cause
time for me to
really,
feed my dogs.
really have to pee. So go on a rant for a minute. I'm gonna pee. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm gonna feed my dogs while you're at it too.
So it looks like it's just I have to wait until Bryce comes back to read the quote. But yeah, Donnie Kelly did get extended, and I do like it. I'm happy about it. The players want to play for him. Yes, I know the record. Yes, I know all of that. I know. However, I saw on Twitter that Ben Cherington was at the presser. No, it does not mean, oh, that could be his last presser. No, that means he's probably staying put. Akis, I can't hear you. No, I still can't hear you. You have something plugged in?
How about now?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think, and like what you're saying though, and like, it's blasphemous to me that this dude still has a job, because I'm gonna say something that's gonna end. It's just gonna end up as probably the most shocking thought in the world. If you don't score more runs than the other baseball team, you can't win games. I mean, holy dude. I mean,
Wait.
it's
Really?
absurd.
Really? I didn't know
That's
that.
what I'm saying. I mean, we have these, and okay, you're gonna maybe tell me I'm an idiot, but we have the second best pitcher in the league, the second best, and I'm only calling him second best to Scooble, because there are not many lefties that can throw 100 miles an hour.
That's a fair. I still think
Scooble is
Skeet's
the
the best pitcher in the league, but
Scooble is the best pitcher in
I'm
the
not
league.
disagreeing.
Because
But I'm not
Here's
disagreeing.
the top 3 pitchers. It goes Scooble, Skeens, and then Crochet. Those are your 3 best right now in the league, and that's the truth. And if we have a guy that is a generational talent that's going to win the Cy Young 12 times in his career. Like, I'm serious. He has a chance to win it at least 10 times. He's going to be in double digits, because he is just so dominant. Even when he's not touching 100 regularly like he was last year, you have to win baseball games. It is absurd. Like, there are so mmany free agents that are coming out this year. I guarantee you we don't sign one bat.
Nope.
And dude, I want to read you this quote. I don't know if you're on Instagram, when you're on Instagram, do you follow North Shore 9?
It might be the same quote I sent Bryce.
No, do you follow North Shore 9 at all?
Yes.
Did you read the quote from Bob Nutting that he said today?
Oh my God, yes.
Bro, and this is verbatim.
Read it.
So when I tell
Read
you
it.
this, he said, this season, we fell well short as an organization, both on and off the field. It has been unacceptable. Our focus must shift execution to delivering wins. Haha. Results are the only thing that matter. We owe it to our fans, to the city, and to the legacy of this team to get it right. Ben and everyone in this organization fully understands what is expected and that the work ahead demands urgency. Today's announcement of Donnie is the first of many steps we will take this offseason to bring winning baseball back to Pittsburgh. First of all, that is the only step we are going to take this season to even be close to an okay caliber team. Because once again, we have so many chances to get this right, and we will continue to fumble it. It's ridiculous. I mean, I've seen, dude, it's absurd. It is. I've seen more fumbles from the Pirates than I did from more fumbles from the Pirates than have happened in the entire NFL season this year. We will just keep dropping the ball. We suck. It's ridiculous. I have come so close to this year to never going to another Pirates game ever again in my life.
I go every year. I didn't go this year.
Yeah, me either.
I didn't go this year
I
either.
wanted to watch Skeens pitch, and I just couldn't bear to go watch the offense, so I refused.
Nope.
So Igus, let me get this.
You want me to read this quote?
Let me get this straight in a second. But Igus, let me get this straight. Bob was talking about Ben in future tense. Like he's
What'd you
coming. Bob was talking about Ben in a future tense.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, dude, like
So he's not going anywhere.
I don't under. At what point is it going to change? Because it's not. You know what I mean? And that's frustrating for sure.
Bryce, read the
It's
quote.
just
The quote says, this is from a player within the organization, okay? People think we're underachieving, is what they told Post-Gazette in early May. Look around here. We're playing to our potential. This is what $90 million gets you. Some of the teams we play aren't even trying to win. They're rebuilding, but still have a higher payroll than us. The same player noted later on, what do you think that tells us? Here's the thing that worries me with that. If too many of the players in the organization start to agree, Pittsburgh might not have a baseball team in 10 years.
it's not that the team per se. I don't know, dude. It's
Here, let's
I mean,
make
they should all just go on strike and just not even play baseball till Bob Nutting does something.
well,
Alex,
I think
Alex, did you hear that quote?
No.
Here, Bryce, can you read it again? Because there's a point I'm gonna make.
Basically speaking, without reading it again to save some time, one player wrote that when you only pay $90 million a year for the payroll, this is the product that you get. Look around at the team. That's what you're going to get with $90 million. And then he said that other teams have less of a payroll than they do, and they're rebuilding, but still there's other teams that are also rebuilding and pay more money than the Pirates do.
Yeah. So let's make a. Even though we're not going to find out who said that, let's say who we all think said that. My guess is Brian Reynolds.
I actually have a different guess, and it's only just because of his reputation as a human being. And I bet you it's Tommy Pham. To be 100% honest with you, I think that Tommy Pham's been known as a guy that kind of is not a good team player in general. But if it was him and he comes into a clubhouse where he's played for multiple large market teams who spend more money, I think it's easy for him to see that, like, this is the product you're going to continue to get. And the sad fact is that a mid-30 Tommy Pham was our best player on our team this year. So
arguably, yeah. Alex, Bryce, who do you think? Who, if you had to guess, who do you think probably said that? There's actually some good answers. I'm not gonna lie.
I think that Paul Skeens has been very open about his discontent with the Pirates and him wanting them to put a winning team on the field. But I'm going to give you an underrated one that most people probably aren't thinking about. He didn't play this year because of arms problems. I think Jared Jones could have been the one that said that.
Oh, that's interesting.
Seeing what happened with Skeens in the pitching all year, how if we literally would have just scored runs, Paul Skeens' final stat line this year would have been like 26-3. I think Jared Jones might be on the outside looking in, being like, we are pitching like very, 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 very good baseball. I mean, we're top 5 in runs against. We have almost the least runs against as a team. And we were almost 20 games under 500. Could have been Jared Jones. I could see it.
Yeah, and you know what, Bryce? Based on what you said, and I agree, just based on his personality, I think it could have easily been Skeens as well for that reason. He keeps hammering home this point of like wanting to bring Pittsburgh back to being this perennial powerhouse like they were like 50 years ago at this point. Jesus Christ.
When my grandfather was in the war.
Yeah, right. Like, so I mean, the Soviet Union still existed for another 20 years after that.
I would love, if we had time, I would love for you to record what I was about the team that I made and send in the chat that one night. I'd love for you to post that as on a reel or something and get people's response to what they think.
I mean,
I'll work more into the numbers and everything to figure out the final payroll, and then we'll post it as a reel and see what people think.
Mikey, I've really, I just heard all your answers to this, and I've really been thinking about who could have possibly said that quote. And I have another interesting answer to that question.
Mm-hmm.
I think Andrew Heaney might have said it. And I'll tell you why.
Ooh.
Because imagine being a guy that in the beginning of the year looked like he could have had a chance at being comeback player of the year. Just, pure statistically wise. And then they cut you when you're a couple innings away from your bonus.
Yeah, but they also did it throughout Teles too. But at the same time, people are different. They have different reactions to things.
I mean, that if I was a player and a team cut me when I was close to getting a bonus, and again, I think the money in sports right now is a little absurd how much these guys are making, but still, if you're going to get a chance to get an extra little bit of money because you played half decently, you should get your bonus, and the Pirates should have at least kept him until he got his bonus.
Hey, I don't know if you guys saw too, Connor Griffin, MILB Player of the Year.
He deserved it. Yeah, he'll
be up next year,
and he won't be in Pittsburgh next year probably one time.
No, he won't, Mikey. He's not going to come up. He's not going to come up because our front office is a bunch of morons.
I think he'll be up by at some point.
They want him under control as long as they can have him.
Yeah, exactly.
And right now, honestly, they need to bring him up, but they're going to keep him under control for all these years. And then we're going to lose Skeens to the Yankees, and then we're going to lose Reynolds to the Yankees, and then Jared Jones to the Dodgers, and then it's going to be we're going to be left with Connor Griffin.
Don't forget the Mets. The Mets are going to be in there too somewhere probably.
I think you make an interesting point though too, Bryce, because everybody says that Skeens is going to go to a big market team or whatever, and he should. But I do think that if we put a winning product on the field, or at least showed steps to it, he would take a pay cut to win. Because I don't think he dislikes the city of Pittsburgh per se. He just doesn't like losing.
Nobody likes it.
Exactly.
Fair point. That's a fair point.
But they're handcuffing him into
that's the one thing. I was talking about this with someone the other day. The two ways that you bring in big money talent in any professional sport is, or even college sports now with NIL, there's two ways that you bring in big time, big ticket talent. You're either historically good franchise or program, or you have a bunch of money. It's one of those two things. Pittsburgh has neither of those two things, at least in terms of recent memory. The reason we were able to bring in big ticket players with the Pens in the mid 2010s was because we are a historically relevant franchise. The Pirates haven't been relevant for a long time, but the one thing that every Pittsburgh sports team has going for them is people just tend to love the city of Pittsburgh. So if there's one thing that gives us any chance in hell to retain a guy like Skeens or any of these guys with the Pirates, is if we start kind of showing progress towards at least being decent, and then just the fact that people tend to love this city because of how dedicated its fan base is.
I think too, on top of that, we've had a lot of guys that are in the city of Pittsburgh as captains of the sports teams. You know what I mean? And Big Ben said it once that Pittsburgh stands for hardworking people. And that's what the city means to people, is that it was hardworking, get up, get into the dirt and work your butt off. And that's what they see in Pittsburgh, and that's what they like.
And that's the mindset it generates too. Look at Phil Kessel. We traded for Phil Kessel. He was disgraced in Toronto because he was supposed to be the face of their franchise and bring them their first Stanley Cup since the First World War or whatever the hell. But he was disgraced because of it. And then he came here and got to be the number two guy behind Sid, or behind that whole line really, with him and Malkin and Letang and all that. He got to be the number two guy and just work his ass off and be really good in the situations he needed to be good in. And that's kind of that's what you expect when you come to Pittsburgh. And some people really like that, but in an era where you can just get, wheelbarrows of money for not even being that great half the time,
mediocre
that
players.
Allure is gone.
Because the higher players in the league right now keep driving the price up.
Exactly.
Mediocre players are making wheelbarrows of money, and it makes teams like us hard to compete, but you can still compete with mediocre players.
Yeah, you can. We've been going for a very long time, so quick thought on the Steelers and then rapid fire, but Bryce looks like he was going to say something, so go ahead.
Twins just fired Rocco Baldelli. Okay, now you might be like, oh, well, the Twins sucked this year. Yes, they did. But every year since Rocco Baldelli has been the head coach, they have been above 500, but twice. and the Twins fired him and said, you know what? We're going to move in a different direction so we can win. Listen up, Bob. That's what you got to do.
Yeah,
The Stars made 3 Western Conference Finals in a row in the NHL and fired their head coach.
Okay, so real quick, everybody give their thoughts on the Steeler game. I didn't. It was at 9:30 on a Sunday morning. I didn't watch it for obvious reasons.
I watched the entire game.
Put two
Yeah,
and
I
two
watched the
together.
entire
I was too tired. Put 2 and 2 together. What I was doing the night before. Okay, give quick thoughts.
Aaron Rodgers is back. He's back. And, everybody counted him out at the Jets, but he's back. Plain and simple.
Alex, you want me to go or you want to go?
I'll go. The offensive line starting to gel a little bit. Starting to look kind of legit. Run game looked good. That was a very good Vikings defense that we played against. You can say whatever you want about, oh, no kidding that you shut down the Vikings offense for most of the game. Carson Wentz their quarterback. I don't care. They still have Jordan Addison and Justin Jefferson. Did the O-line get a little banged up and they had Carson Wentz at quarterback? Yeah, sure, but still. The defense looked really improved and so did the offensive line. So I will take it. Division's kind of wide open right now because Baltimore looks terrible. Cincinnati's without Burrow. And Jesus Christ, the Cleveland Browns are the 4th team in the division. So
and
what are you going to say?
Lamar's hurt.
Lamar's hurt. Who knows how long that's going to last? Hamstring injuries tend to linger. We saw it wreck a couple seasons from Julio Jones as well. Guys like that. So, yeah.
Sweet.
Keanu Benton is here. Peyton Wilson looks like he's finally stepping up to be how he could be. Broderick Jones has improved 3 weeks in a row now.
Facts.
And that kind of goes with what Alex says. Like, I don't know, man. If everything starts to keep going like it is now, this just might be the year the Pirates are still thinking about that crap organization.
Oh, write it, Alex. Write it. Time. I don't know what time
we made
it is.
it so long.
Write it. I can't look at the timer or I'll leave the call. Write it down.
This might be the first time this organization wins a playoff game in the Tomlin era. It's been forever, I think. We've won one under him before, but it's been forever.
I got one more thought on this. Kenneth Gainwell looked fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
That's what I heard.
In a game that he had to step up because Jalen Warren was out, he looked fantastic.
A surprise out, and I know somebody out there got mad when they woke up at 11 o'clock on Sunday morning and said, why didn't Jalen Warren play? Now I lost my fantasy football matchup by 2 points.
He was questionable all week.
Okay. Listen, we've got all these nice things to say about the Steelers. I need to very quickly rant before we move on. I was hoping that this would have more time for it, but we've been going for way too long.
Way too long.
Long show. It's all right.
So Mike Tomlin is still bad in games that should not be close. If we lost this game and anyone else was our head coach, they would be getting crucified for a straight week over the late game decisions that Mike Tomlin made. Not kicking the field goal when you're up already 24-14, handing the ball off on an inside run on 4th and goal from the 2 or 3 yard line is ridiculous. Not going for it on 4th and inches when you could possibly never give the Vikings the ball back again is ridiculous. You know who we criticized for all of these same decisions when it came to late game clock management and game management? Mike, I hope you're ready for this one. You know who it is? Brandon Staley.
I'm moving on now because you said that name. Okay. So quickly, rapid fire last week. Haley and Bryce are tied. It ends up the result is gonna end tonight. I beat Emma. EJ and Dom could be tied, but as of right now, Dom's up 7-6, and Alex crushed AJ 10-6. Okay.
We got to win, ladies and gents. Let's go.
Okay. Rapid fire. 49ers at the Rams Thursday night.
Rams all day.
I got Rams all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Brock's back. Yeah, he's been back. Yeah, right? He came back.
Fumbled last week.
I'm going to go with Rams.
Shout out to Liam Cohn after the game, quote unquote, telling Robert Saleh, "Keep my name out of your mouth."
Yeah. Vikings at the Browns. Is Joe Flacco still starting? Doesn't
We don't
matter.
know.
I believe so.
I think Shadork
Honestly,
is now.
doesn't matter. Vikings are still a better team overall. Give me the Vikings.
No, I know. Yeah, I know.
Give me the Kings, baby. JJ's back.
The Raiders at the Colts. Is Kenny Pickett getting the ball?
I got
My
Colts.
God, you have any idea what I would do for a Kenny Pickett versus Daniel Jones football game here?
Do you think the
I
Colts
have
are going to win?
I just think the Raiders are bad. Give me the Colts.
I have the Colts too.
And Daniel Jones
Colts,
has been playing.
you finally played a good team, by the way, Colts, and it was actually a close game. So I'll give you some props. Daniel Jones still isn't your guy, but
He looks good right now. He looks okay.
he does.
I guess I'm sorry. Gino should be benched, by the way. The amount of interceptions he's thrown. Yeah.
Hey, listen, WVU legend. It's fine.
It's okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh God. A WVU quarterback getting benched for a Pitt quarterback. Oh, no.
No.
Oh, no. All right. The Jackson Dart New York Giants versus the Saints. Give me the Giants. Jackson Dart is their guy.
Give me Jackson Dart.
See,
Give me Spencer Rattler.
I'll be honest
Really?
with you. You guys
Really,
are gonna.
Brad? Oh.
You guys are probably gonna criticize me for this one, but I was not impressed with Jackson Dart this weekend. So
I mean, no, he didn't play a crazy game or
Yeah, no.
anything.
I mean,
like
his
that.
only passing touchdown was a shovel pass. So
I'm
was a
on
bad
the
one.
Saints this week. I'm on the Saints
I got
this week.
Saints. I got
Okay,
Saints.
listen, real quick while we're talking about this though, Giants vibes, absolutely crazy. The personalities they got. I mean, Malik Neighbors being sacrificed to the MetLife Stadium demon on top of everyone else is
They're a
terrible.
monster.
But like Malik Neighbors, Jackson Dart, Dexter Lawrence, Cam Scattaboo, like the vibes in New York are through the roof with that
You're also
football team.
forgetting Mr. Unlimited. I mean,
I'll
just
take
a lot of-
Jameis.
just a
I'll
lot of
take Jameis.
personalities.
I'll take Jameis.
Just mixed
I'll
in
take
there,
Jameis.
though.
I'd rather take Jameis.
Somebody said
Yeah.
on Twitter this weekend that when Cam Scattaboo and Jackson Dart lead the Giants to an above 500 season and win a playoff game, they're going to be so excited to watch the creatine Caucasians take over football.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I gotta wait for Alex to get back because for this next one, I got a little song that I want to sing.
Start thinking of your upset pick though for this week.
Oh, I can't look up my pick, so I'll
Pittsburgh's going to the city.
Well, just
whatever.
think of it so you have an idea.
I'll sacrifice mine this week and go Denver, whatever it is. I don't know. I don't care.
Alright, that's not bad.
Wait, what's the game?
Okay, so for the game we're actually gonna do. I'm gonna sing a song, Alex, to tell you which game this is.
Okay.
Here we go again. This team ain't gonna never win, except for this week because the Jets absolutely suck.
Oh yeah, give me the
Give me the
Cowboys.
Give me the Cowboys.
I think Swamp Creature Jones will win this week.
What?
Creature Jones.
What?
Swamp Creature Jerry Jones is gonna beat the Cowboys and win this week.
Okay.
Hey.
I guess.
I don't know, man. I don't like the Cowboys. I got the Jets.
Fair enough.
He's like Pat McAfee this weekend. He picked 2 of the upsets this weekend, by the way.
I got Denver over Philly because I can't think of any other upsets, so I'm just gonna pick that one. I will sacrifice one. I don't care.
It's
I'm gonna say it again. I hate Philly, but they're not.
Yeah,
God,
I know.
But God, are they good at throwing the little brown ball around the field? They are real good at that. Yeah. And running it.
Yeah.
Helps when you have
Okay.
the best running back in the league.
Oh God. Oh God. No. I don't want to read this next. No.
Oh,
The
no.
Dolphins at the Panthers. Give me Carolina. I
why-
don't care.
Yes,
I hate the Dolphins.
Tell
I
me
hate
why
the
I
Dolphins.
almost took this as my upset alert, because the Panthers are 1.5 point dogs at home. And you know what? I'm gonna do it. Give me the Panthers. That's not my upset alert pick, but give me the Panthers.
Give me the Panthers.
I
I'm
got
gonna
Panthers too.
I'm gonna stay on the Finns for this week. I don't think they're out yet. They're bad, but they're not out yet.
Texans at the Ravens.
Ooh.
Dude.
Give
There's
me
not
Houston.
even
Give me
the
Houston.
odds.
You know what? Give me Houston.
The odds haven't even been put in for this game yet. They don't even have the line set yet.
Because of Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
Wow, you guys both said that at the same time.
Great
Oh,
minds think alike.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, if Cooper Rush starts this game for Baltimore, I mean, come on.
I'm going Houston.
Yeah, give me
I don't
Houston.
I don't think Houston or Cooper Rush is supposed to start. Just from what they were saying during the broadcast, that Jackson's hamstring wasn't that bad. The conspiracy is that he took himself out of that game, actually, and he wasn't actually hurt. I don't know. I'm going to stay on the Ravens because the Ravens have been through an absolute gauntlet this year so far, and there's no way they're going to start the season 1-4.
Lamar might have taken himself out of the game because the Chiefs are back.
Bryce, you said Baltimore, right?
Yep.
Ickes, what'd you say?
I'm taking Houston.
Okay. All right. Quick. Okay. We got. This is legitimately has to be rapid fire now. Titans at Cardinals. The Titans are still bad. Give me the Cardinals.
Yeah, Cardinals. I mean, Cam Ward literally just said their ass. Like,
I picked the Titans 2 weeks in a row, and it's made me lose games both weeks. I'm going Cardinals.
Alrighty. Tampa Bay at Seattle. I think Tampa brings it back.
Yeah,
week.
Seattle is 3.5 points, 3.5 point favorites in this game. And my question is, are you actually smoking crack? Give me the Buccaneers. This is also my upset alert pick.
Yeah, I got Bucks too.
Bucks plus 3.5 for sure. That's my upset alert.
I'm taking Mike McDonald to beat the Bucks.
Damn,
Baker's playing too good. It's the Bucks all day.
Yeah. Give me Detroit over Cincinnati because Cincinnati sucks.
Yep.
Agreed.
Yep.
God, I keep getting eaten alive by the bugs out here. Damn. Commanders at Chargers. Ooh.
Give me a Harbaugh bounce back game.
Absolutely, me too.
Yeah.
I can like him now that he's in the NFL.
He's a great football coach.
Oh yeah, I mean he honestly is.
Yeah, I got the Chargers.
Give me Buffalo over New England.
Yep.
That
might actually be a better game than people think, though, low-key.
Yeah, I agree.
I still think it's a pretty easy pick.
Yeah, I think it's probably a 10-point Buffalo win, honestly.
I can see that. And then the weirdest Monday night game you'll ever see, the Kansas City Chiefs at the Jacksonville Jaguars. Give me Kansas
Telling you,
City.
it's going to be a barn burner, boys. Give me the Chiefs. It's going to be a barn burner, though.
No. I'll say it. Give me the Jags. I don't care.
I love it.
Give it.
Dude, Ickes, I love it. I actually love it.
Give me the Jags. Liam Cohen, he's got fire. He's got fire brewing now. He's angry. He's taking
ball.
Yeah. Yep.
Bryce, quick pick and your upset pick.
Duval.
Really?
Let's go. I love it.
I think. And let me reason real quick why. I'll be super fast. Everybody in this world is going to be on the Chiefs, and that is going to be the tail end of everybody's parlay that they put together Sunday. Vegas is going to cash big on that this weekend when the Jags either cover the spread or win outright. I'm telling you right now.
So Jags are your upset? Jags
are going to be my upset pick this week too.
Let's go.
Damn. Okay. Alex, quickly pay the bills. We gotta go.
This episode of Tailgate Talks is sponsored by DeFrisha Recycling and Junk Removal. If you or anyone you know is in need of DeFrisha's services, check out the links down in the description down below. Get in contact with DeFrisha either through their Facebook page or their website. See if they provide their services in your area. Thank you, DeFrisha, for sponsoring this episode of Tailgate Talks.
One more thing. Hold on. USA loses the Ryder Cup this weekend, and it sucked. Go ahead. Close it there.
Roll Scots.
Good night, America.